Okay, so hello, Topher, player number one for the Fridur tribe in the telephone challenge. Just a quick overview of the rules. You'll want to get yourself in as comfortable a position as possible, because you will have to be on camera with your hands in frame for the entire rest of the challenge, even once you're done. That's just so that we can ensure people aren't leaving or texting anyone anything. So just make sure, since you'll be here for the longest, you'll just want to make sure that you can get comfy, because then once you're done with your part, you'll just have to sit there with your hands in frame.
Like this?
Yeah, and you can have your camera up right now. That'll just be really, because once we have someone else come in and you tell them the story, and then you'll mute yourself after that and then just stay with hands in frame the whole time.
Okay. Do you know about how long this challenge typically takes, just out of curiosity?
Typically about an hour, just depending on, but the waiting room I think should cut down time because people will hopefully already be there and just come in right away in between rounds.
Because I need to leave like right at 7:30.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll try to get through it as quick as possible. Hopefully we're at least at the questions by that time. But anyway, I will read the story to you in full 2 times. You cannot interrupt me throughout the story. So that's why you get 2 full times. In case like you mishear a word or a sentence, then I'll say it again, the whole thing as a whole. And then after that, I will bring in Destiny for the second part. Any questions before we get started?
No.
Alrighty, so let me just clear my throat really quick so I can talk, and I will get started with the story. Okay. All good? Okay. This story is titled An Icy Adventure. We begin our story with the Triumph production team preparing for the 3rd season themed Love and Peace. Ollie, Megan, Chris, Rory, Marcelo, Sam, and Courtney all sat together to plan for the upcoming season set to take place in Iceland. However, nobody knew anything about Iceland, so to help them in their planning, they decided to take a trip to Reykjavik. I think I pronounced that right. After the travel plans were made and the plane tickets were bought, each member of the production team excitedly arrived at the airport to begin their trip. Ali, Marcelo, and Sam arrived 4 hours early for the flight because they are always prepared. Courtney and hot girl Chris met up with the group 2 hours before their flight was scheduled to take off. Megan and Rory arrived at the last minute, rushing through TSA to find their gate because they had to stop and get new snow boots for everyone. Once everyone had arrived and checked their bags, they all boarded on Delta Airways Flight 815, headed straight for Iceland. They couldn't contain their excitement. After arriving in Iceland, the group struggled to find their hotel because nobody spoke Icelandic. Thankfully, a very kind local named Gunnar offered to give them directions and provide them with a list of the best things to do while visiting. Wow, Iceland really is a land full of love and peace. After dropping off their bags and getting settled, the group was ready to explore this beautiful country and culture. The first activity the group decided to do was a hike on an Icelandic glacier. In order to ensure that everyone was warm enough for the trek, they all bundled on 16 layers of shirts and 23 layers of socks. Heading up the mountain, Marcelo and Megan quickly felt exhausted, and they stopped to take a break halfway to the top. Courtney, Sam, and Chris made it 3/4 of the way before they had to call it quits. Ollie and Rory both made it to the top of the glacier and decided to take a selfie to commemorate their accomplishment. Rory even gave Ollie a hug. After their glacier hike, the group went down to a local coffee shop to enjoy steaming cups of hot cocoa. Courtney doesn't like chocolate though, so she opted to have a chai tea latte instead. The next day of their trip, the group thought it would be best to rest their aching bodies by heading to the Blue Lagoon, a geothermal spa. Everyone wore their best swimsuits for the trip. Megan donned a polka dot bikini, Courtney wore a bright green one piece, and the boys all wore matching purple and gold striped shorts. After a long day of relaxing in the hot springs, the group dined on a traditional Icelandic lamb meat soup. Yummy. On the last day of the trip, the group thought it would be fun to go out to the bars and scope out the hotties that lived in the city. After all, in the land of love and peace, you have to get your flirt on. The group danced and drank all night, finding many local friends to enjoy the evening with. Hot girl Chris was feeling the music, so he danced with 42 different people. Marcelo was so popular with the Icelandic guys that he got 661 phone numbers. Sam was less lucky, so he opted for a drunken makeout sesh with Megan. Shh, don't tell Jeremy. At the conclusion of their long and frozen trip, the Triumph production team felt that they had experienced enough of Iceland to be able to plan season 3. They felt such an immense amount of love from the country, they knew they had made the right decision in theming the season around love and peace. The production team had hope that the future cast of Triumph would exude those same values and make this the most exciting season of Triumph yet. Alrighty, Topher, that is your first read through. I will read through again, but I'm going to go get my iPad really fast so I can look at that while I'm looking at you. So give me 1 second. Sorry. Fine, let me open it on my iPad really fast so you're not waiting. Unless you want to go with just one read through, that's fine too. But
No, ma'am. Please read it again.
I'm assuming you'll want your second one.
I am in awe because I did not realize how long the story was about to be.
All right. I have it pulled up on my iPad now. Are you ready for me to read it through your second time?
Yes.
Okay. This story is titled An Icy Adventure. We begin our story with the Triumph production team preparing for the 3rd season themed Love and Peace. Ollie, Megan, Chris, Rory, Marcelo, Sam, and Courtney all sat together to plan for the upcoming season set to take place in Iceland. However, nobody knew anything about Iceland. So to help them in their planning, they decided to take a trip to Reykjavik. After the travel plans were made and the plane tickets were bought, each member of the production team excitedly arrived at the airport to begin their trip. Ollie, Marcelo, and Sam arrived 4 hours early for the flight because they are always prepared. Courtney and a hot girl Chris met up with the group 2 hours before their flight was scheduled to take off. Megan and Rory arrived at the last minute, rushing through TSA to find their gate because they had to stop and get new snow boots for everyone. Once everyone had arrived and checked their bags, they all boarded on Delta Airways Flight 815, headed straight for Iceland. They couldn't contain their excitement. After arriving in Iceland, the group struggled to find their hotel because nobody spoke Icelandic. Thankfully, a very kind local named Gunnar offered to give them directions and provide them with a list of the best things to do while visiting. Wow, Iceland really is a land full of love and peace. After dropping off their bags and getting settled, the group was ready to explore this beautiful country and culture. The first activity the group decided to do was a hike on an Icelandic glacier. In order to ensure that everyone was warm enough for the trek, they all bundled on 16 layers of shirts and 23 layers of socks. Heading up the mountain, Marcelo and Megan quickly felt exhausted, and they stopped to take a break halfway to the top. Courtney, Sam, and Chris made it 3/4 of the way before they had to call it quits. Ollie and Rory both made it to the top of the glacier and decided to take a selfie to commemorate their accomplishment. Rory even gave Ollie a hug. After their glacier hike, the group went down to a local coffee shop to enjoy steaming cups of hot cocoa. Courtney doesn't like chocolate though, so she opted to have a chai tea latte instead. The next day of their trip, the group thought it would be best to rest their aching bodies by heading to the Blue Lagoon, a geothermal spa. Everyone wore their best swimsuits for the trip. Megan donned a polka dot bikini, Courtney wore a bright green one-piece, and the boys all wore matching purple and gold striped shorts. After a long day of relaxing in the hot springs, the group dined on a traditional Icelandic lamb meat soup. Yummy. On the last day of the trip, the group thought it would be fun to go out to the bars and scope out the hotties that lived in the city. After all, in the land of love and peace, you have to get your flirt on. The group danced and drank all night, finding many local friends to enjoy the evening with. Hot girl Chris was feeling the music, so he danced with 42 different people. Marcelo was so popular with the Icelandic guys that he got 661 phone numbers. Sam was less lucky, so he opted for a drunken makeout sesh with Megan. Shh, don't tell Jeremy. At the conclusion of their long and frozen trip, the Triumph production team felt that they had experienced enough of Iceland to be able to plan season 3. They felt such an immense amount of love from the country, they knew they had made the right decision in theming the season around love and peace. The production team had hoped that the future cast of Triumph would exude those same values and make this the most exciting season of Triumph yet. Alrighty, Topher. You good to have me send in Destiny? All right. And just a reminder to just hold your hands up in the frame from this point on as you're sharing the story with her, and then after that. So I will let her in and explain the rules.
Okay.
Hello, Destiny. Are you here? Awesome. Hi. Yes, I can hear you. So Destiny, how this will work is Topher will have 5 minutes to tell you as much as. Oh yeah, I can hear you. Are you good?
Yeah, sorry.
You're fine. So Topher will have 5 minutes to tell you as much of the story as he can. You both will need to stay on camera and have your hands in frame the whole time, obviously not taking notes or anything. I will give you a 1 minute warning when you have 1 minute remaining of your time. Other than that, if you need other time checks, either of you can ask me at any time and I'll give that to you. And you can ask each other questions, like you can ask him to repeat something, emphasize whatever you'd like, just talk back and forth between yourselves. Any questions before I start your guys' timer? Alrighty, so your time will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Destiny. So this is called an icy story, and this is about the production of the Triumph season 3. So in preparation for production for Triumph season 3, once they've decided that Iceland was what they were going to do, they went ahead and they booked a trip to Iceland. Okay. 4 of the members of production made it on time to the airport. It's Icelandic flight 815. That feels important.
Okay.
Megan and Marcelo arrived 2 hours until the flight was about to take off. But then Sam and Rory arrived just before the flight was about to take off because they were busy buying snow boots for everybody. Okay. So then when they get to Iceland, they needed to ask the help of an Icelandic person because nobody knew how to speak Icelandic. They went to a city. It starts with an R, but Maggie couldn't pronounce it, and neither can I. But they learned that there was so much love and peace in Iceland because of how much this guy was willing to help them. Okay. And so he helped them find their hotel. Now, once they arrived in their hotel, they decided they were going to go out. They wanted to warm up, and so they warmed up with hot cocoa, but Courtney doesn't like hot cocoa, so she went for the chai tea. Okay, so Courtney, chai tea. And then they went dancing where Marcelo had danced with 42 different people. That's how much love was involved. And then Maggie got so drunk that she made out with hot girl Chris, but do not tell Jeremy. And then after they experienced all of that time in Iceland, they have learned that there was so much love and peace that they were ready to begin their production on Triumph season 3. And they knew they were going to theme it love and peace because of the love and peace involved in Iceland. And they knew they needed to cast people that represented love and peace. I feel like this is me, pause, end of story. I feel like there was a lot I didn't realize. Okay, like this story is like hella minutes long. And so I did my best to like everything that was like a hot note in my head to like remember. And I think I covered most of that. What questions do you have?
How many times do you think she said love and peace?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say 14.
14. What was the
Yes.
title of the story again?
An icy adventure.
An Icy Adventure.
Yes.
42 men.
42 was the number, yes. And 8:15 was the flight. Those numbers I remembered.
8:15 was the flight. Hot cocoa for everyone
Yes.
but Courtney, who
Yep.
gets chai tea.
Correct.
All four
Because she
members,
doesn't like chocolate.
because she doesn't like chocolate. All four members get there, but
Maggie and Marcelo are 2 hours before the flight takes off. Okay, fashionably late, I guess. And then Rory and Sam. Rory and Sam
right before.
just before the flight takes off because they were busy getting snow boots, those damn snow boots, but they bought them for everybody.
And does she say the R town or not?
She says the name of the R town. It's like, but then she couldn't pronounce it. It's like just try to say something. What?
Rejvotek?
Regfortat? You know Regfortat?
Rejvotek, Iceland?
Yeah. You're familiar with it?
Rejvotek, okay. Iceland. Okay. It's a town.
Score. Yeah, Regfortek, Iceland.
Okay. So they need help to get to
They
their
need
hotel.
help from a local guy. And that's when they learned about the Love and Peace, because the local guy helped them find their hotel that they were staying.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 14 times Love and Peace.
Yeah, that's a good, I believe so.
Alrighty,
Okay.
that is your 5 minutes. So now, Topher, you will need to mute and then stay on camera with your hands in frame
Yes.
for the rest of it.
And as we discussed, I can like do like the food situation.
Yes, you can do that. And if at any point you're unable to control your facial expressions for anything, just cover your face with your hands or your pillow. I'll repeat that later. Destiny, I will send in Noah and you'll have the same amount of time. 1 second.
Whoops. It's okay that my face is, do I need to like here? I don't know.
You're fine. As long as your hands are in frame, you can move the camera back when you're done eating. Don't worry. Alrighty. Hello, Noah. Is your audio working? 1 second.
Hi.
Okay. Hi, Noah. Can you hear us okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you will have 5 minutes. Destiny will have 5 minutes to tell you as much of the story as she remembers. You both will need to be on camera with hands in frame the whole time, just to ensure you're not taking notes. You can ask her questions, ask her to repeat anything. I will give you a 1 minute time check when there's 1 minute left. If you need any other time checks, just ask me. But other than that, if you guys are both good, I will start your timer. All good? Okay. So your 5 minutes will start in 3, 2, 1, now.
Hi. So it's about production going into season 3 and they take a trip to Iceland. It's called fuck it, I forgot the story title already. They take flight 8:15. All 4 production members go. Sam and Rory arrive just before the flight takes off because they're buying snow boots. Maggie and Marcelo are there 2 hours early. Yep. And then when they get there, they need to get help from a local to get to their hotel in Reverchek. Think of the R in Iceland, Reverchek, Iceland. And that's when they learn about the love and peace. The phrase love and peace of Iceland. It's love and peace is said like 14 times throughout the story. Love and peace, love and peace, love and peace. That's an important part of it. They go out dancing. Marcelo dances with 42 different people. And he makes out with somebody. Hot guy Chris. Don't tell Jeremy. They get hot chocolate, but Courtney doesn't because she doesn't like chocolate. She gets chai tea.
Just make sure your hands are in frame, Noah. Sorry.
Sorry, I was just, yeah.
So
Okay,
flight
no, go back. Marcelo danced with 42 people. Hawkeye Chris, don't tell Duncan.
Jeremy,
Don't tell Jeremy.
Courtney, chai tea, doesn't
Okay.
like hot chocolate.
Who did Marcelo go to the airport with?
Maggie,
2 hours early?
yes.
And who got the snow boots?
Sam and Rory.
Okay, sorry, continue where we are. Okay.
Sam and Rory arrived just before the flight because they're busy buying snow boots. Sam and
Yeah.
Rory.
Sam and Rory, and then Maggie and Marcelo 2 hours early. They get to Iceland, they find a local, they go to our check. What's the Reverend check?
Yes, for hotel. 8:15 flight. 8:15. Flight 8:15.
Yep. 14 times, love and peace, love and peace, love and peace, 14 times. They go out dancing. Marcelo dances with 42 people. Hawkeye Chris, do not tell Jeremy. Courtney got the Courtney got the chai tea latte.
Triumph season 3. Preparing for Triumph season 3 prod.
Yeah. Okay.
What else?
Is that it?
I mean, there was a lot of story. I just took up what I think is important.
Oh, okay.
So keep repeating it.
How much time do we have left?
Minutes. Keep repeating it.
So
140.
basically what happens is the four production members are going out to Iceland for Triumph season 3. They get there at the airport. Who gets there for the snow boots?
Sam and Rory.
Sam and Rory, snow boots. Sam and Rory are there to get snow boots.
Right before the flight.
Right before the flight, but because they were getting snow boots. Maggie and Marcelo were there 2 hours early. It's flight 8:15. They arrive in Iceland and they need a local to help them find their hotel, Revercheck. And once they get there, they're getting told about Love and Peace, and Love and Peace is mentioned 14 times around the story. That night they go dancing. Marcelo dances with 42 people. He makes out with Hawkeye Chris, but we cannot tell Jeremy. Courtney was basically figuring out she needs to what she wants to drink, and she got a chai latte.
Sorry, 45 seconds.
Chai tea. They all get hot chocolate, but Courtney, she gets hot chai tea because she doesn't like hot chocolate.
She doesn't like hot chocolate, and they're preparing for Triumph season 3. I got it.
You got it.
That's what I'm going to tell. So basically, I'm just going to keep saying it again. So basically, Rory and Sam arrived just on time for the airport because they were busy getting snow boots. And then we had Maggie and Marcelo over there 2 hours early. It was flight 8:15. They were going for season 3 to Iceland. They get there. A local helps them get to the hotel, Revercheck in Iceland, Revercheck. And Love and Peace was mentioned. They mentioned Love and Peace 14 times. That night, they go to the dance. Marcelo dances with 42 people, and he also makes out with Hawkeye Chris, but we cannot tell Jeremy. And then they wanted to get hot chocolate. Courtney doesn't like hot chocolate, so she
Alrighty, that is your 5 minutes. Time is up. So Destiny, please mute and just stay on camera with hands in frame. Noah, I will send in Justin and we'll do the same thing again. Give me a second. And just as we go through, you can be on your phone, but just make sure you're not texting anybody anything about the story, because I'll find out eventually. But just don't tell anyone anything about the story. Okay. So hi, Justin, welcome. You will have 5 minutes for Noah to tell you as much of the story as he remembers. You can ask questions, go back and forth, whatever you like. You'll just need to be on camera with your hands in frame the whole time. I will give you a 1 minute warning when you have 1 minute remaining. If you need any other time checks, let me know. Any questions before we get started?
All set.
Okay, I will start your 5 minutes in 3, 2, 1, go.
So basically, it's a story. We forgot the title name. It's okay, don't worry about it. It's about 4 production members going to Iceland for the preparation of season 3 of Triumph, Love and Peace. So basically, Maggie and Marcelo arrive at the airport 2 hours early for flight 8:15, and Sam and Rory get to the airport right on time because they were busy shopping for snow boots. Okay, so basically, Maggie and Marcelo get there 2 hours early for 8:15 to go to Iceland, and Sam and Rory were busy buying snow boots and they got to the airport just on time. Are we good so far?
Okay, yep.
Okay, flight 815 arrives in Iceland. They need help getting to their hotel in Iceland, so a local helps them get to their hotel. It's in Reverend check. Basically, when they get to the hotel, they're getting told about a bunch about love and peace. Love and peace is mentioned 14 times. Okay? Love and peace is talked about 14 times. That's an important number to keep in your head. Basically, that night, they all want to go dancing. So they go dancing. Marcelo dances with 42 people. Marcelo dances with 42 people, and he makes out with hot guy Chris. Okay? So Marcelo dances with 42 people, and he makes out with hot guy Chris. But we cannot tell Jeremy, okay? You cannot tell Jeremy that Marcelo made out with hot guy Chris. Basically, at the end of the night, everyone wanted drinks. Everyone wanted hot chocolate, but Courtney doesn't like hot chocolate. So Courtney got a chai tea latte. That's it.
That's
it.
the story.
That's everything. That's the most important parts. Yep.
So 4 production members.
Yep.
Going on a trip to Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie and Marcelo 2 hours early to their flight 8:15.
8:15. Flight 8:15.
2 hours early. Sam, who's the other one?
Rory.
Sam and Rory are right on time because they were shopping before.
For snow boots. Because they're
For
going
snow
to
boots.
snow boots.
Shopping for snow boots before. They were right on time.
Yep.
Flight 8:15 lands in Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
And they all want to go dancing.
No, they need to go to Reverend check. They need to go find their hotel. It's Reverend check. So a local helps them get to Reverend check.
So once they arrive, the local helps them get to Reverend check where their hotel is.
Reverend check. At the hotel, they're getting told about Love and Peace. Basically, remember, they're all there for the season 3 preparation of Love and Triumph, okay?
Okay, all there for season 3. They get to the hotel, they're told
Love and
times?
Love and Peace, sorry. Not
14 times, right?
Yeah, 14 times, Love and Peace, 14 times.
Okay.
That night they go dancing, and Marcelo dances with 42 people.
42 people. So dance with 42 people and
out with hot guy Chris.
Out with hot guy Chris, and we can't tell
Jeremy.
Can't
tell Jeremy.
Can't tell him. Is that it? That's it.
Topher's face. We can't tell Jeremy.
Can't tell Jeremy.
We can't tell Jeremy. And then Courtney doesn't like hot chocolate, so she got a chai tea latte. Start telling me the story.
Okay. So 4 production members are going to Iceland preparing for season 3 of Triumph.
Uh-huh.
Maggie and Marcelo are 2 hours early for their flight, 8:15.
Mm-hmm.
Sam and Rory are shopping for snow boots, so they're right on time. They get there to Iceland, and a local helps them find their hotel in Reverend check.
Mm-hmm.
They then decide they want to go dancing.
Talk about Love and Peace 14 times.
They talk about Love and Peace. The local
Love and Peace 14 times. 14 times. Love and Peace 14 times. In your head 14 times.
14 times.
Then we go dancing.
Marcelo dances with 42 people and makes out with hot guy Chris.
But we cannot tell.
And we cannot tell Jeremy.
No.
And then they decide they want some drinks they decide they want hot chocolate, but Courtney doesn't like hot chocolate, so she gets a chai tea latte.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, keep saying it. Go again.
All right.
Just say it again.
The 4 production members, they in preparation for Triumph season 3, want to go to Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie and Marcelo are 2 hours early for their flight, 8:15. Sam and Rory are right on time because they were stopping for snow boots. They get to Iceland, and a local helps them find the hotel in Reverend check.
That is your 5 minutes. Time is up. Noah, please mute. Thank you. Stay in camera, hands in frame. I will send in John. And just a reminder, again, I know it's super funny. I'm also enjoying it just because it's a fun challenge. But if you are making faces, just make sure to cover your face so it's not to give hints to anyone else. And we will get John in here. Hello, John. Can you hear us?
Hi. Yes.
Awesome. Hello. So you will have 5 minutes for Justin to tell you as much of the stories he remembers. You must just be on camera with hands in frame the whole time. You can ask questions, talk back and forth to each other. I will give you a 1 minute time check when there's 1 minute remaining. If you need any other time checks, just let me know. But other than that, do you guys have questions before I start your timer?
If I move my hand, it's just to put my coffee cup down.
You're good. You're good. So I will then start your timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so we've already forgot the title, but it's about 4 production members. They're preparing for Triumph Season 3, so they want to go to Iceland. We have Maggie and Marcelo. They arrived 2 hours early for their flight 8:15. It's flight 8:15. They're 2 hours early for their flight 8:15. Okay, and then Sam and Rory, they arrive on time for their flight 8:15 because they were shopping for snow boots to go to Iceland. So they arrived to Iceland and they meet a local who takes them to their hotel in Reverendcheck. Reverendcheck is where their hotel is. Local talks about Love and Peace 14 times. They talk about Love and Peace 14 times. Then they go dancing and Marcelo makes out with 42 people. Sorry, no, he doesn't make out. Marcelo dances with 42 people. 42 people he dances with. Then he makes out with hot guy Chris, but we cannot tell Jeremy. So he makes out with hot guy Chris, but we can't tell Jeremy at all. Then they decide they want to get hot chocolate, but Courtney does not like hot chocolate. Courtney does not like hot chocolate, so she gets a chai tea latte. And that's the end of the story.
Okay, let's do it again from the beginning.
So it's about 4 production members preparing for Triumph Season 3. They want to go to Iceland, so we have Maggie and Marcelo 2 hours early for their flight, 8:15. What's the flight number?
Okay, the flight number. Okay, so the flight number is 8:15, and they arrive 2 hours. Or sorry, Maggie and Marcelo arrive 2 hours early.
M&M.
And then I'm going to follow it up with that Sam and Ollie arrived on time because they were shopping for snow boots. Correct?
Sam and Rory,
Sam and Rory. Sorry.
shopping for snow boots, arrived on time. Yep. And so then they need help when they get there. They need help finding their hotel in Reverendcheck. So a local helps them. And he talks about Love and Peace 14 times.
Okay.
You got that section?
Yes. Okay. So they arrive in for their hotel in Reverendcheck, and they get a local to. They ask a local for help, and they talk about Love and Peace 14 times.
Yeah. So the local helps them find their hotel in Reverendcheck. Talks about Love and Peace 14 times. Then they want to go dancing.
Then they want to go dancing.
And Marcelo dances with 42 people.
Yep.
42, and he makes out with hot guy Chris.
Yeah, but Jeremy, no.
We cannot tell Jeremy. Then they want to get hot chocolate, but Courtney does not like hot chocolate. She gets an iced chai tea latte. Oh, just a chai tea latte. No.
Chai tea latte. Okay.
It's a chai tea latte, yeah.
Chai tea latte. Okay.
You want to say it?
They want to go. Okay, so let me just repeat from there. So they want to go dancing. So, and Marcelo dances with 42 people, and then makes out with hot guy. I'm assuming it's hot girl Chris. Actually,
Please.
is it hot guy Chris or hot girl Chris?
Hot girl Chris.
Hot girl Chris.
Yeah.
All right. But Jeremy cannot know. And then they all decide to get cocoa, but Courtney does not like cocoa, so Courtney gets a chai tea latte.
Yeah, hot chocolate. Is that the same thing? You know.
Hot chocolate cocoa. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do it from the beginning?
Okay, so from the beginning. So this is a story about production team members going on. This is a vacation or journey or preparation for, the production four prod members going on a journey getting ready for Triumph Season 3. They are going on a trip to Iceland. They are going on flight 8:15, in which Megan and Marcelo arrived 2 hours early.
1 minute left.
Thank you. Megan and Marcelo arrived 2 hours early, but Sam and Rory arrived right on time because they were shopping for snow boots. They arrive in their hotel in Reverendcheck. and a local tells them about love and peace 14 times. They decide to go dancing, and Marcelo dances with 42 people and makes out with hot girl Chris, but Jeremy cannot know. They all decide to get hot chocolate, but Courtney does not like hot chocolate, so Courtney orders a chai tea latte instead.
Seems good.
Cool.
Yep. 11 piece 14 times, flight 815. Marcelo dances with 42 people.
Yep. I think we got all that.
Okay.
Alrighty, and with that, your
Right
5
on time.
minutes up. So I will send in our last player, Jake. John, you'll be able to tell him the story as well for 5 minutes. Also, thank you for the rating room idea. This is a lot faster. So y'all are innovative. Anyway.
Bonus points?
No, but appreciation from me. Hi, Jake. So now we are at our last player. You'll have 5 minutes for John to tell you as much of the story as he remembers. After that, you will be tasked with answering the 10 questions about the story. You'll just need to stay on camera in frame with your hands in frame the whole time till the end of the challenge. You can ask questions, talk back and forth. I will give you a 1 minute time check when you have 1 minute left. If you need any other time checks, let me know. I think that's all of it. Again, reminder for everyone else, you're doing good with your hands and your faces. Keep that in mind. Do you have any questions before we get started?
No.
Alrighty, so then I will start your 5 minute timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so just getting it out of the way, one thing that's been lost is the title of the story. But this is a story about the production team members going on a trip in preparation for season 3 of Triumph. They are going on a trip to Iceland, and they are going on flight 815. Megan and Marcelo arrive 2 hours early. However, Sam and Rory arrive right on time because they were shopping for snow boots.
Snow boots?
Snow boots, yes. Once they arrive at their destination of Reverendshek, their hotel and a local talks to them about love and peace 14 times. Then they decide they want to go dancing. Marcelo dances with 42 people and then makes out with hot girl Chris. However, Jeremy cannot know. They all then decide to get hot chocolate. And however, though, Courtney does not like hot chocolate. So Courtney orders a chai tea latte. And that is it. I will start from the top if you want.
Okay. So all of the prod members, they are going on a trip to Iceland.
Yes.
Megan and who else arrives 2 hours?
Marcelo.
Marcelo, while Rory and Sam right on time.
Right on time because they were
Why?
shopping for snow boots.
We were shopping for snow boots. This is flight 815.
That is correct.
And so they go to the hotel. Just tell it again. Tell it again.
Okay, so they arrive at their destination of Reverendshek.
Yeah.
And at the hotel, they decide they need some help. And the local talks to them about, love and peace 14 times. Then they decide that they want to go dancing. And Marcelo dances with 42 people. All right. And then makes out with hot girl Chris. But Jeremy cannot know.
Why can Jeremy not know? Okay.
I don't know, but I assume there's some reasoning behind that. But I always assume don't ask, don't tell.
And then they get hot chocolate, but Courtney doesn't like hot chocolate.
Correct. But what does Courtney get instead?
Chai tea latte.
Chai tea latte. Yes.
Okay, so trip to Iceland. Megan,
Why are they going?
They're going in preparation for Triumph 3, Love and Peace.
Yes.
So Megan and Marcelo 2 hours late because of
2 hours.
early.
2 hours early. Yes.
And Sam and Rory right on time because they were shopping for snow boots. After that,
Correct.
they go to the hotel in Reverend Check, where they talk to the hotel clerk about love and peace. Marcelo goes. They all go.
Yeah, they talk to a local, not the hotel clerk, a local.
They talk to
And how many times did they talk to them?
14 times.
14 times. Yeah.
Marcelo goes out or they go dancing at a nightclub. Marcelo dances with 42 people and then makes out with hot girl Chris. Jeremy cannot know. And then they all wanted to get hot chocolate except for Courtney, who got chai tea latte.
Yes.
Am I missing anything big?
That's all that I've got.
Okay, I'm going to say it out loud one more time.
One
How
Go
much
ahead.
time is this, Megan?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. So the Prod members, they are going to Iceland in preparation for Triumph 3, Love and Peace. Megan and Marcelo arrived 2 hours early in flight 815. And then Sam and Rory right on time because they were shopping for snow boots. They make it to their destination in Reverend Check, where they talk to a local about love and peace 14 times. After that, they go dancing, and Marcelo, for some reason, dances with 42 people. You fucking stud, you. Then he makes out with hot girl Chris. Don't tell Jeremy, because after that, they're gonna go get some hot chocolate. But oh no, your girl Courtney likes chai tea lattes, not hot chocolate. Let's fucking do this. Give me the questions. I'm ready.
You have 10 seconds left.
I think you're golden.
Okay.
You got this, Jay.
Topher looks like he's about to explode.
Alrighty. So that is your 5 minutes. John, you may now. Oh, you're already muted. Okay. Jake, you will now answer the 10 questions and the tiebreaker. Do you have any questions before I get started on them?
Sure, why not? Let's just go.
Okay, and they are multiple choice.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty, so question number 1. What is the title of the story? A, an icy journey. B, an icy adventure. C, a frozen journey. Or D, a frozen adventure.
I'm gonna say B.
B, an icy adventure.
Sure.
That is correct.
Let's fucking go.
Question number 2. What activity did the group not do while in Iceland? A, hiking. B, snowboarding. C, dancing. Or D, dining.
I'm gonna say A, hiking.
A, hiking.
Sure.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was B, snowboarding. Question number 3. What did Megan and Rory need to buy that made them late for the flight? A, snow boots. B, snow jackets. C, snow shoes. Or D, snow pants.
No boots. A.
A, snow boots. That is correct. Question number 4. What was the flight number for the trip?
815.
Okay, I'll read the options. A, 516, B, 518, C, 816, or D, 815.
815.
D, 815, that is correct. Question number 5. What was the name of the local that gave the group directions? A, Gunnar. B, Magnus. C, Olav. Or D, Stefan.
Can you repeat them one more time?
Sure. What was the name of the local that gave the group directions? A, Gunnar. B, Magnus. C, Olav. Or D, Stefan.
I'm gonna just go with A.
A, Gunnar.
Sure.
That is correct. Question number 6. What did the group wear for their glacier hike? A, and this is going to be a lot for these, so I'll repeat these if you need them. A, 16 layers of thermals and 23 layers of gloves. B, 23 layers of thermals and 16 layers of socks. C, 16 layers of shirts and 23 layers of socks. Or D, 23 layers of shirts and 16 layers of gloves. If you need me to repeat, I can do that for you.
Okay, so obviously I don't know the answer. When I was in middle school, though, I would always pick C whenever I was confused, so I'm gonna pick C.
C, 16 layers of shirts and 23 layers of socks.
Sure.
That is correct.
Guys, I swear, I don't know what's going on.
Question number 7. Who drank chai tea latte instead of hot chocolate? A, Megan, B, Courtney, C, Rory, or D, Chris?
Courtney.
B, Courtney. That is correct. Question number 8. What did Megan wear to the Blue Lagoon? A polka dot bikini. B, a bright green one piece. C, a purple and gold striped bikini. Or D, an ice blue one piece.
Could you repeat that?
Yes. What did Megan wear to the Blue Lagoon? A, polka dot bikini. B, a bright green one piece. C, a purple and gold striped bikini. Or D, an ice blue one piece.
B?
B, a bright green one piece.
Sure.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is a polka dot bikini. Question number 9. How many people did Hot Girl Chris dance with? A, 41, B, 42, C, 43, or D, 44?
It is 42.
B, 42? That is correct. And then question number 10. What was the first word of the story? A, the, B, there, C, to, or D, this?
I'm a metagame this really hard. Is it this?
D, this?
Sure.
That is correct.
Metagame, baby.
So that is your 10 questions. I do need you to answer the tiebreaker as well, Jake. So the tiebreaker is a number. If it comes to a tie, we will go by the closest without going over. Okay.
Okay.
So the tiebreaker question is, how many total words were in the story? And it's closest without going over.
Y'all, I'm not gonna be good at this. I'm just gonna be real flat out with you. I'm gonna guess 212 words.
212. Alrighty. Your answers are locked. And as
You
it
did so fucking good.
That was
There are
amazing.
no reason why you should have
Jake
got half
snapped.
of those questions correct.
last thing I just
Done.
want to say really quickly before we hop off, the advantage has been used for this challenge, so you will have an added 2 points onto your total score. All right.
The other
So
tribe's gonna think we got a perfect score.
challenge results will come out later tonight. Thank you all for participating in my personal favorite challenge. I will see you all later with results.
Thank you, Megan. Awesome job, you guys.